must live.
Welcome back to Wook Plus. I'm Weekend Wook, joined by Kev the Great Went and T. What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. We got a fun show tonight. Lots going on. We're all crossing our fingers that Kev's computer hangs in there and his internet doesn't shit out on us. But our backup plan, just so everyone knows, if we lose Kev, T and I are just talking X-Men all night. So we'll see if that happens.
I was gonna say though, the best part about it being Wednesday is tomorrow's Thursday and Panels and Frames. I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's perfect. That brings us right into the housekeeping section, and we have a little promo for it. Oh, I can't wait. So tomorrow, 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific. Right? No, what is it? 10?
Yeah, 10
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 hours.
Bright and early.
Yeah. An awesome new show, Panels and Frames, where we talk comics, film, pop culture. It's going to be a hangout. It's going to be chill, but I'm really excited about that.
It's gonna be fun.
T, what do you think about that show? We don't need to talk about a lot tonight, but you're almost through it. You're coming into the finale. Are you enjoying it? You don't have to give away the whole thing, but are you enjoying it?
I am enjoying it. It's fun. It's again, I wasn't very familiar with it, so I'm a little lost on certain things on it, but I really like it. And last night the wife and I watched episodes 2 and 3. And episode 3, she really liked. It got a little dark and crazy, and afterwards she was like, that was my favorite.
The Madeline Pryor and the Goblin Queen. Oh, it's so good.
She was like, that was my favorite episode so far. So then today during lunch, I watched 3 more episodes, and she came home while I was watching it. Was so pissed. She's like, "You're cheating on me. You're watching it without me." I was like, "Tim said I had to get through episode 5 before the show tomorrow." So I'm trying.
I was good, right? Remember it?
Yeah.
Dude, the one with the video game, that had to be the dumbest thing ever.
That one
really?
was. I don't know. It was kind of Tron-y, and I was more interested in the Storm storyline. But we can talk about all this tomorrow. I don't want to get too far ahead, but it's very good, Tim. And for those
Spoiler
who
alert,
want to start watching it, it's very fun. And we'll say this again tomorrow, but it's got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, it's the highest rated Marvel show ever. So I mean, I don't know how many votes it has.
Is this a fishnet situation?
Yeah, exactly. They've upvoted it.
Yeah. No, honestly, as somebody who's not partial and loves everything they do, I can confidently say this is by far the best X-Men adaptation ever made outside of the comic books. What?
Are you gonna love the Taylor Swift being blonde Phantom?
I'm not super thrilled about that, but we'll see.
If it happens.
I'll give the benefit of the doubt. All right, let's save this for tomorrow, guys.
This is what'll be fun tomorrow. This is what it's all about tomorrow. I like Mike's grooving Monday Green Nintendo. That's good.
Yeah, the numbers are dropping. Let's get into some rock and roll.
Right. Let's bring it around to some music.
Some other quick housekeeping items. We are bringing back the Wookiee X Vice this summer. We've run, I believe, 2 editions, so I think this is the 3rd. But if anyone is interested in contributing to it, let us know. We're taking in article ideas and pitches and other things, artwork too. So anything you want to do. And then, actually the best way to get in contact with us is also to answer Super Duper Dave's question, is to join the Discord. In the description of this video and all of our videos for the recent history will be a link to the Discord. If you can't find it or you're having trouble, you can also hit us up on any of the social medias and one of us will get back to you. Although we're a little bit slower on the Facebook Insta side of things. I think we respond a little bit faster on the X side for whatever reason.
We have 2 Instagram warriors in charge of the account.
Really, one. Lava's kind of bailed on me.
And there's something about because I even have the Wook Plus Insta, but there's something about the notifications. It's not as in your face. Like with X, it's like oh, you got a message. Like Insta, they hide that shit.
Yeah, totally. And just to reiterate that there's actually a whole section in the Discord for the Wookiee X Vice to comment and submit ideas and
we're gonna brainstorm it. What's cool about the Discord and the opportunity it gives us, what I'm most excited about, it's cool to all hang out and talk, but it gives us an opportunity to collaborate with the community, because like that's how this all started, right? Was like I was at that point I was really into collaborating with people, and you guys were like, yeah, let's fucking go and collaborate. And I'm excited to get some new people into the collaboration and
a
brainstorm
good
shit.
word. I think a good word for it would be evolve. We have evolved.
Wait, let me
We
double check
evolve.
to make sure I don't have any other housekeeping. Nope,
Social
we're good.
media
Let's
evolution.
evolve, Kev. Well done. All right. Got
But
a
it is
couple of-
nice. I will say it is nice getting off of X and communicating more with people on other platforms, and this is a great one to do that. And it's a lot of
I'm
fun.
loving the Discord so far. I mean, I think we're like 60 or 70 people on it. It's not huge, but it's good interactions, and I'm really digging it.
I agree.
Somebody was petitioning for the Kev Legion channel already today, and now I'm starting to get nervous. Now I'm like, oh no, it's gonna take a turn for the worse.
If you notice, I do have the cute little crown next to my name, so
I would call it. I think if anything, we need to just call it Kev's Bad Takes channel and let people join that, and they can that can be his Legion.
Absolutely have to have a Kev Bats take, and every time he has a take like that, we just put it in for history, right? Like
Exactly.
all right, let me ask you guys a question. What is
All right.
more egregious, the orange hat or the corduroy hat?
Are you talking the merch?
Are you skipping up the merch? We have a whole slew of shit to talk about.
Oh, I
Kev.
thought that was part of evolve.
No,
it
you
is.
see how
That's my
underneath
next
Evolve
one.
where it's green, it says Phish merch. Oh, you
I can't see that. I'm colorblind. I'm gonna go with
All
I'm
right. Well, let me
colorblind.
steer this ship,
Tim,
and then you answer the question.
Tim, it's Galula Papyrus all over again.
He was, dude. What I love about that was how confidently he did that transition. He had like the album. He's like, I know my shit. It was historian Kev just coming in and laying down facts, and like so much so, he was so confident that I thought I was reading it wrong. I like read it twice. I checked my re-listen app. I looked at .net. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I just thought there was like a tease in there that he heard that we didn't, that I just skipped over or something about it. It was like, okay. But no.
All right, so those of you who don't know what we're talking about on the Wook Club yesterday, Kev thought Gula was on the set list. Absolutely was not. All right, so a couple things. I want to break this down in order because there's different things we could talk about Evolve. The track list that leaked that we covered ended up being legit, so we could talk about that a little bit.
Well,
and then
plus,
with that, the Well being a bonus track and what you guys make of that. After that, I do want to talk about Oblivion specifically because they released that single, and I have a whole other thing about that. But about this set list, what do you think about this album now that we know that this is legitimately the track list? Are you hyped for it? Is there any excitement level?
Can I jump to the well? Can I jump to the thing about the well?
Yeah, jump to the well, man.
They're sticking it on the album, right? They're sticking it on the album as a bonus track, right? In the old days, you used to buy the album and you'd have to go buy the 45 because it would be the B-side, it would be the bonus track. And that's what I just keep thinking. Why would anybody buy the CD and the album in this day and age, just to get
I don't think anybody would buy the CD and the album. I think they would listen to it on Live Phish or on streaming and then get the vinyl to listen.
Buy the album to
right.
Yeah, smart. I wasn't thinking of it like that.
I think the whole thing is, I mean, it's hard not to just see the money grab and the capitalism in it with the merch coming with it all too, and being like, we're gonna put a bonus track, the bonus track, right? Like it's not like just some throwaway song that's like, oh, that would be. It's like The Well, which is one you really want on there.
Right. Human Nature should have been the bonus track. Human Nature, because that's
Evolve
like
should have been the fucking bonus track. They should have called the album Oblivion, and Evolve is the one because that's the one the hipsters want anyway. So that should have been the one that's vinyl only.
Like I'm not mad at them for doing it and doing doing all the stuff, but I think it's funny that that's the song that they chose to be the bonus track or the extra song that you have to pay to get.
The evolution of how that happened in like the various socials and everything in the community is like tracklist leaks. Everybody's like, oh, cool. Wait, what the fuck? Where's the well? And then like 4 hours later, like the record thing leaked, and then it was confirmed a few hours later. It's like, it was so funny. People were pissed that they weren't getting it. Then they were excited that they were getting it. And then they were pissed that they had to buy the vinyl to get it.
Now, as for
the good thing is they prepared for it and are offering you, which again, the cash grab, 3 different versions of the vinyl. And I guess the
all
black,
exactly the same,
right,
though, music wise,
just different colors and what. And the regular black one's already sold out. So like people aren't really going for
that's the one you want.
colored versions.
The color versions
Right.
never play right.
Is that true?
Yeah, they're not. It's something to do with the way the wax is or the vinyl, and the grooves don't cut right in them.
So it's just interesting that they're doing that as well. And I mean, it worked. The black one's already sold out because people buy shit, buy things.
Now, as for the songs, I tell you what, the Oblivion, I'm really happy with how that sounds. And if the rest of the album has that production nod as opposed to the Evolve Phil Spector sound, I'm going to be happy with the album.
Yeah, I agree. And when we talked about it when we first listened to it and on the Discord, that's kind of what my sentiment was too. And I am like, stop, like full stop. Yes, I'm excited about it. But I was listening to it a couple of times more and I realized that there's like almost I don't want to say sterileness, but there's a weird thing going on with Trey's tone where it's losing some of the richness and butteriness to his tone, and it sounds more like just a decent studio guitar play. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't sound bad, but it doesn't sound like Trey. It sounds like,
but that's the issue,
so-and-so studio guitarist.
Sort of studio versions of things, just like Jason's point here with putting a tambourine, and I don't think you're really going to hear the tambourine live. Like, there's not going to be a tambourine player out there playing the tambourine. You know what I mean? So studio versions get kind of these weird things, and I think that's nice.
The tambourine didn't bother me that much, though. I think they did it pretty, sparingly, but...
Damn straight, Jason. See, we're starting an Evolve and Ether Edge fan club. I saw Steely Tom is also an Evolve fan, so bravo.
That just makes me feel better about my choice.
You should call it. You should call it Songs with an E, and you can throw Esther in there too.
There you go. Songs in the key of ease.
I mean, if it leans more Oblivion than Evolve, I think it'll be a decent album. If it leans more Evolve than Oblivion, I think it will be no worse than Big Boat or any of the other 3.0 albums. But it will be a step back, I think, from Sigma Oasis. I think
it'll be interesting to hear versions of like Pillow Jets and the other, like those songs on it, and see how they sound studio.
And Life Saving Gun, I think that has a lot of potential.
Life Saving Gun, definitely. I'm really interested to hear that studio version. So,
I think over the years, Sigma Oasis has not aged as well. I think it sounds kind of flat now. Where I was
the whole album or just the song? The whole album.
The whole album.
I disagree.
I still like it. I still like it. I see where certain songs haven't aged as well on it, but there's a few that I still like on the album. The album
Studio Thread, I think, is my favorite version of Thread, period. And actually, everything's right. I think those two versions are like pinnacle versions of those songs. And they're great songs. I mean, the song Sigma Oasis itself, I've never been a huge fan of. I don't know. Maybe it's come back a little bit, but I don't think it's dropped below any of the other 3.0 albums. I think it's still the best thing they've done since Round Room. So I mean, that's not saying a lot,
right, but
it'll be interesting to see. I think on July 12th we'll have to look at the calendars and shit, but we might do like a listen party on the Discord and then do a live stream right after and give our have a discussion with the chat about what we think after we actually listen to it. Right now it's all speculation, but
does that mean I have to buy it?
Not if you're on the Discord. You still don't know how the Discord works? You literally set it up. You don't understand.
No, I mean, do I have to buy the album to listen to it like the minute it comes out?
Well, yes, but you can listen.
Somebody needs to buy it.
You can listen to it on the Discord listening channel, and we can all listen to it together.
Right, together on July 12th when it comes out, and then we can talk about it.
Hey, Boomer.
That's a great idea, man.
Now he doesn't look bad. He has no idea what we're talking about.
Hey, when does summer tour start? When does summer tour start in regards to when the album comes out? How close together?
Like the next day or something?
Is that what it is? That's what I was thinking.
I love how confidently he answers without having any idea.
Like, I thought it was something, or like I thought July 25th sticks in my head for some reason. I don't know what that is, but
I think that's Great Woods or Alpine, maybe.
So it starts a week before that or something, right?
Can't remember. What?
Are you looking?
Where's the freaking tour? Yeah, I'm going. Wait, can I ask you a question?
Oh, there we go. 719 Mansfield. Thank you, Jason.
Where the fuck is our producer? He came in all like gung ho last week. I was like, this is gonna be great. We're gonna have a producer next week. Gone.
You didn't give him a box.
It's spring curling.
Oh yeah, curling is important.
How do you curl in the spring? The ice is melted.
It's in a rink.
It's indoors, dude.
It was hot today though. Holy shit, man.
How about indoor ice fishing? Now there's something you might be able to sell people.
Indoor ice fishing.
I really wish your internet wasn't working so well right now.
Don't you jinx me.
All right, let's talk about this merch. Dry goods is never spectacular, or at least not often. Like occasionally they have a win, right? But like a lot of times it's like it feels not great, doesn't look great. But I feel like this run of merch is particularly bad. Like even for Phish, like
no one looks good in orange. No one looks good in an orange hat. I'm sorry.
Well, that's not even the most egregious one, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like I mean I love
he already ordered this, so watch what you say.
Oh boy. It's happening. The Evolve t-shirt is, I mean, I'm a fan of the song, not the t-shirt. Like there's so many better things they could have done with it and made it so much more interesting, and it just looks so generic. It looks like one you would buy at like Target or something. You know how like they have like the knockoff dead shirts now and things like it feels like one you'd buy not even on Lot, because the Lot ones would look a hell of a lot better than that. Like it just seems like a very generic store brand shirt. And
I was gonna say it looks like the fan made like meme, but not even, because a lot of fans actually make really good stuff. It looks like Tom, right? Like when he does like the real quick slap them up memes where he just like doesn't even Photoshop it, he just like sticks on another picture. That's what it looks like. Like somebody just made it in MS Paint and was like, hey, look at this Evolve hat.
Yeah, get it out, get it in the store. Let's sell it. Let's sell it quick.
Oh no, you know what? I just thought in my mind, like whoever made that might be watching and like be really. I feel bad. It's not that bad. It's all right. Whoever made that.
I like the Oblivion better because I would wear a shirt that said Oblivion before I'd wear a shirt that said Evolve.
And at least it's got a little bit better design to it with the Reaper or whatever on it, and it's a little bit cool, but it's still it's still pretty poor. Like it's still not what like I don't know.
And then they even put the lyric on the Evolve shirt. They're like, yeah, you know what Phish fans are going to want to support? First came the light, then came the sound. They're going to love that lyric.
Lyrics on shirts, definitely.
That's what always got me busted with Amy, though. If I had a shirt that had a lyric on the back, you can use the title because you can't copyright a title, but you can't use the lyric. Like I had a Great Coyote shirt, and on the back it said, I hope this happens once again. Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
None of that.
I do have to say the Oblivion shirt is actually kind of cool. Like for like a band shirt of the era. Well, because it only has the graphic on the back. It's a pocket shirt, so it's like a pocket tee. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like I like that. I think it's like an old school throwback. I don't know. I like that one. I like that. I mean, I kind of feel bad for fucking with the graphic designer for Phish.
Can we talk, since we're talking about artwork, can I ask you guys what you think of the cover of the album?
I don't like it. I'm gonna like not go hard on it, but like I don't like it.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, I don't know that you're supposed to get it. Like
right. It's one of those that just doesn't fit anything and make any sense. Like I don't know. It's
I keep thinking of Who's Next with the people around the tall object,
like the floating square thing. It's like the cube. It's like the ninth cube type thing, or like another square cubicle thingy mobopper. But I don't know. I mean,
I think what they're going for with it is like a sense of unease or whatever, because you have this group of people under a very heavy mask. So I think it's supposed to make you feel uncomfortable. And there also has like the liminal space thing where it's like it's not centered well and there's a lot of dead space. So I think like conceptually the idea of it is like it's supposed to like set you off. But my problem is it's not uncomfortable enough, right? It's just a little awkward. If it was like really uncomfortable, I'd be like, okay, that's a creative decision, and like they're really going for it, or like really cool. But it's just
if they had called it Oblivion, it might have been.
And if they made it Oblivion and made it dark out with the thing and like a little bit cooler, but like I don't know. It's hard. Who gives a fuck?
Lightning in the box.
Like yeah, I always feel like there was like with an album, you have such a great chance to make something cool with it, and whether or not it leans into the title of the album or the songs, you just have something cool. There's a cool way to do it. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, and so I'm always disappointed with some of the artwork and stuff that they do, not just Phish, but like bands in general, with their decisions on some of that stuff. I don't know. It's always intriguing to wonder what they were thinking or whatever, unless it's like, oh no, my buddy drew this and he's got like cancer or something, so we wanted to use it. Then you're like, oh, now I feel bad for like not liking it. Obviously you're using it for a personal reason, but like I don't know. I feel like it's such a chance to do something cool and artistic, and sometimes it just falls flat.
Yeah, and I agree with John that it doesn't fit the name. And you know what I was just thinking too? Sigma Oasis kind of sucked as a cover too. Like it was just like the band in front of the barn. And you know what? With Phish, if they didn't set the precedent of having awesome album covers, I wouldn't care. But like Rift, even if you're not a Phish fan, Rift has to be one of like the seminal like ideal, right? It's like it's so original, it's so creative, it's so beautiful. And then even like
Nectar, the early ones,
of Nectar's cool.
Nectar's cool because it's got the picture inside the Nectar is really brilliant. Like it's such a great, brilliant play on all kinds of different things on it, right?
And voice with the practical effects, like, and that was in a time when it was, you know, freaking, they actually.
Hey, if nothing else, why don't you just have Pollock do it? Like, why can't you just why not just bring him back and let him design it? You know, let him draw something.
Right. Evolve was like, oh shit, we need an album cover. Somebody go on Google Image. Oh, this picture's kind of cool.
AI it. Just AI it. What would be a cool thing for, and like AI spits out some random thing like, yes, that one.
How much shitting on our favorite band can we do tonight?
Overthinking the album art.
I actually am kind of excited to hear some of these. I think Monsters and Life Saving Gun and Pillow Jets, like I'm really excited to check them out. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Let's check in with Tab and Mike Gordon Band. So Tab has 2 more shows coming up in this month, Brooklyn and Boston, taking a big break after that. I haven't been able to listen to a lot of it, but I've been like keeping my ear to the ground and hearing really good things. Like people that have caught him in New York and everything have said he's been playing fantastic. So that's always good, right? Keeping it going.
He's going to have symphony stuff to work on when he's done with the Tab tour.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Constant
and then right into Phish tour after that. So it's kind of a lot of playing for Trey going into it. So.
And then Mike, did you guys see this? What the fuck?
I can't unsee
it. What does it mean, Kev? What does it mean? He's in LA early, which is odd, I guess. But is Phish there? Is this mean something?
No, the question will be that we didn't look up. Is John Kimmock on tour when Mike Gordon Band's supposed to be playing these dates? Because if Kimmock's on tour, he doesn't have a drummer, and maybe it's going to be Fishman.
That's true.
No way. Is that really what it is? There's no way.
I'm making shit up, man.
That's just throwing shit at the wall.
So somebody somebody see if Kimmock's, go to his page, see where he's playing. If he's playing with somebody else,
he's playing with not Taper's Choice. What's the other band?
Vampire Weekend.
Vampire Weekend. Isn't he playing with? When is that? That's the tour, right? That's in like a couple weeks.
There's solo shows at bars. There's Mike Gordon Band at bars, and then on the off nights, and then the other night
for Vampire Weekend.
He's got the Hollywood Bowl show, and then he's got his own show here, and then he's got 2 shows up in Berkeley with them. Which,
how do you think he'll track with the Vampire Weekend crowd? You think they'll like him and the music?
It'll be interesting. I think they'll enjoy it.
We're going to be out a lot.
I think they'll enjoy it because it's a little quirky, it's a little fun, and I think some of his songs fit into that mode. My question is, like, I think it'd be cool if he comes out and plays with them, if he does anything with them, and I think also since he'll be at the Berkeley shows, he might show up at the Taper's Choice show that day too, because again, they're playing in the afternoon at Berkeley. Like Vampire Weekend plays Sunday afternoon in Berkeley, and then they play Taper's Choice at night after that show. So
he almost certainly will.
Yeah.
I would think it was more likely that you would have somebody from Vampire Weekend come out for a song in Mike's set than the other way around.
Well, if he doesn't have a drummer, maybe CT will come out.
Maybe CT's playing with them. Well, Mike showed up to the Tapers Choice Night Zero show at Dick's a couple years ago.
Yeah. And
he didn't play, but he just hung out.
When we were in Vermont for the Nectar show, the boys went up to Mike's house and hung out with him for the afternoon. He couldn't come to the show that night because his daughter had homework and stuff, and he wanted to stay home with her to make sure she got it done. But they went up and hung out with him for the day up at his house.
Yeah.
So,
dude, Evie's reading like a champ right now. It's so fucking awesome. We were doing like the reading things. I'm like, a couple days ago, she was only doing sight words, and then tonight she was reading like big fucking words, and I was like, what? She gets that from her mom, though. I'm not the one that's giving her that shit. It's fucking crazy. Anyway, that's an aside. What were you saying, Kev?
I forgot. I was trying to look up John Kimmock's thing.
Oh yeah, look that up. Be a producer for us for a minute.
I can't. It won't let me log. I don't have
internet. Internet.
No, but I don't have Facebook on my phone, so he doesn't have his own website. He only has a Facebook page.
That's weird.
He's one of those people.
Let's keep moving. Live Nation. All right, let me read a little bit if you guys don't mind, because I don't want to mess this up. So the Justice Department and several states are expected to file a lawsuit as soon as Thursday. And this is an article from CNN published today. So it could be tomorrow. Let me double check. Yeah, May 22nd. So tomorrow, citing alleged antitrust violations, at least in part due to the market dominance of the company's Ticketmaster unit, a person briefed on the planned legal action said. So we brought this up a couple weeks ago, I guess, or shit, maybe a month or two ago. But I guess now they got all the paperwork in order. They figured out their strategy, and according to this article, and we saw this. What was it? Bloomberg had it. CNN had it. So like this is out on all the major things. Like it's going down, right? Like shit's happening. I'm excited. I honestly, like, I think it needs to happen. But with these kind of things, it's almost like, I don't know. I've been set up for disappointment with this shit, right? Like, there's always a way to fuck you over, and whether
I'm sure
whether they solve this, there'll be another mechanism that
what'll happen is they'll break it up, but then it'll just be another shell corporation of their own that ends up being
hopefully it works out like the AT&T. When they broke up AT&T, you ended up getting Sprint and MCI and all these smaller things. So hopefully you get a bunch of smaller ticket companies, regional, popping up.
How many of those lasted though? Like Sprint's barely even around.
And Sprint. Yeah, Sprint's barely around, right?
And
MCI bought a bunch more shit, and they're huge again.
And they just bought them all up again. So it doesn't really matter. But I mean, it is nice to see some sort of movement happening, especially again after that ridiculous article that was put out and we read that they knew propaganda. This was coming. Right. So they obviously knew this was coming and tried to throw something out there to defend themselves.
They're like a whimper of like trying to prevent it. They're like, "Hey guys, we're not bad.
We're not the bad guys. Like blame the artist."
That article, God, that thing was such a piece of.
We've only made a couple $2 billion this quarter. You can't hate us.
It's not us. It's the artists and the venues and everybody else but us.
Yeah. And listen, potential for disappointment is not an excuse not to pursue. Like they need to do this. Like. If this is something that we as a country hold, which I think we do, right, is to not have these huge trusts and these huge major like mega companies, then they have to do the antitrust thing. I don't know how successful the case is going to be. It's going to be interesting to follow. It's cool is it's going to unify people, because whether you're into like hip hop or rap or country or pop or jam bands or anything, like everybody fucking hates Ticketmaster, right? Like that's an instant unifier. It doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat or anything. If you like music, you hate Ticketmaster. This could be a really good thing for the country.
I am running on the anti-Ticketmaster platform for Congress.
I think what speaks volumes to this too is how Taylor Swift's European tour, so many fans, families, even mothers and daughters went over to France and England and Europe to see it because it was cheaper to fly over, stay in a hotel, and get tickets than what it would cost to go to one night here. Like one lady was like, it cost $5,000 to come over here, get a hotel, go to 2 shows. She's like, we could have had one night at one show for $5,000 and we get this whole experience of coming over here. So that speaks volumes to how bad it is. Like, that's insane.
They just need to legalize weed over there, man.
Taylor Swift and the Eras Tour was cited in the very next sentence. A successful antitrust case could potentially lead to sweeping changes in the market for live events, an industry that came under intense scrutiny in 2022 after glitches at Ticketmaster blocked millions from purchasing tickets for Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. This is 100% her doing and from the Swifties. And like, that's great. I heard somebody the other day trying to like downplay. I think it was because like, I don't want to get political, but I think it's because like it was like the whole Republican, like there was like this thing against her because she was like not, but whatever. They were like, oh, she's not that popular. I was like, even if you fucking hate her, even if you don't like her music, you can't be like, she's not that popular. I mean, holy shit.
Well, and look, it took her to do this. Look at everyone that's tried before her to do this, from Pearl Jam to, I mean, every artists have tried to break this antitrust law and this bullshit. Even like Robert Smith, everybody has tried to do their own little part to do it. And it took this wave of millions of like fans that got screwed to finally be like, enough.
Well, you know what Maryland did recently? Maryland passed a law where they made it illegal to do speculative selling on StubHub and Vivid Seats. So you can't go and post that you have tickets ahead of time before you even have them anymore, which I'm waiting to see how that plays out in our state, but I think that's a good way that states or the government can take little pieces out of them. Maybe.
Well, Kev, you need to follow that and watch that and see when tickets go on sale, if they're already on sale in the secondary markets and stuff, once that kicks in and once you can start doing that. Because I'd be curious to know, because that always infuriates me too. Like, you see the on sale date, but if you go on to the secondary markets, you're like, oh, people are already selling them, but they haven't even hit Ticketmaster yet. How is that even possible? And how do they know what they're going to get? Like, it's, yeah.
Yeah, it's wild.
The bots, they got the bot working. Well, the thing is, they have the space save then, and then what they go in and do is change it if the seat's different or something,
right? It's just insane.
Chat's fucking with my head. I don't know what they're talking about, but I don't want to know. Like talking about like Marilyn Manson and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, we'll follow that story, and I'm sure there'll be updates, and we'll see how things progress, and we'll continue to talk about it. Now on to a much more serious topic. Hank Azaria is about to. I think it's a single show, right? Or is it a tour? I think it's a show for now.
It said initial concert. It said initial concert at Le Poussin Rouge in New York. Le Poussin Rouge.
One night goes on sale tomorrow for the one show so far. So, and I would think he's going to do more because that's a lot of work he's put in to do just one show and do. So I would assume he's going to do more, but I know it's for a benefit and his organization and all that. So it's for a good cause, which is even cooler. So hopefully there'll be more events that support that and things like that. So that's cool. That's very, very cool.
And so for those of us, or those of you who don't know, he's going to be impersonating Bruce Springsteen and doing a tribute concert with it. And he's actually a theater guy, like originally, like he does the voices and everything for like The Simpsons, and he's done a bunch of stuff, but like he actually has a good voice and can sing. Also is really great at impersonations. Like I saw him doing singing as like Chief Wiggum, but like so he's like on pitch but like singing in character, which is a very unique. I guess like Jimmy Fallon kind of does that, but like I think Hank Azaria is like incredible at it. So I think this would actually be a really cool thing to check out. I mean, I'm not going to check it out, but if I were in New York, I probably would.
I'll watch a video. If a video shows up on YouTube, I'll definitely check that out.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about going live, but
it depends on how much. If it's a $25 ticket, it's one thing, but it's his 4 through 9 foundation, so maybe he's like looking at $100 a head or something or more.
Right. I mean, it could be a more expensive thing because if it is only this one night, as it is right now, it might be, and then maybe tickets are cheaper after that for a small run of shows or whatever. But yeah, if it's a charity type thing, I'm sure tickets will be a little bit more than.
I wonder how big this venue is.
I don't know.
Should have looked at that.
Should have looked at that.
If we only had a producer.
Well, you know what? I'm actually proud of how this is going tonight because usually you just throw out articles and we don't have any other information and it's like scramble. So I felt like we've been really, on point
Really at
tonight.
least set
Killing
in,
it.
right.
Although I'm getting nervous. We're only halfway through the show and we're about to be out of topic.
Oh, we can always throw a joker or two in the deck that we left on the cutting room floor.
Yeah, or we could just leave them on the cutting room floor.
Now, let's move on to this next thing. Did you guys watch any of the videos on YouTube, fan shot stuff, or Twitter, or did you listen to the shows at all?
I listened to some of it. I didn't listen to as much of it, but I've been seeing a ton of videos and pictures and graphics of it. I think it looks pretty good, right? A little chintzy, or not chintzy. I don't know what the word is. It's like it's a lot more on the nose than Phish, and that was a choice, and I think it was the right choice for them. But the difference is that it's all being reused so much, right? So it's like I'm not going to be paying as close attention for the next 30 shows they have or something.
I will say real quick, guys, it is it's a music and multimedia art cabaret venue, and it's a capacity of 700.
Okay. Oh, those tickets are going to be expensive as shit.
Yeah. It looks like a really cool place, though. It's known as LPR, obviously Le Poisson Rouge, but it looks very, very cool. Yeah, pretty cool looking place. So yeah, should be fun.
I heard about this from a couple of people. That was the hot thing that everybody was talking about after the show was the haptic stern drums, which
was
I
how good your ass
been
felt
fantastic.
on the seats. Yes, yeah. I mean, I don't really have a problem with them reusing the graphics, mostly because, as we mentioned before, the cost of, same thing with streaming, the cost of running everything to do that many shows would be outrageous. Like Phish was able to do it Moment Factory, as we watched that behind the scenes thing, and how much they spent on that, and were able to really want to create something unique every night, and did the 4 themes of things and stuff like that. I think for Dead & Co, it was more, it's fine to reuse some of the stuff. It is what it is. I think it's interesting that some of the big songs playing Dark Star weren't played yet. So
are they going to play those, you think?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I guess
Sugar Mag. There has to be a Sugar Mag.
Sugar Mags, yeah. And I'm sure the graphics for that will be something different. And I'm sure that's by design, right? Because it's not,
they'll introduce more graphics each weekend, you think?
Or whatever. And so I think you'll get a lot of repeats still, but I think the set list will change up a bit. Some of those graphics will change up a bit.
75% of everything is repeated every weekend, and then you'll get 25% new, maybe, or 80-20, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
and then as they add that stuff, that becomes part of the repeated, so your pool of repeated stuff gets bigger, right?
Yeah, as it goes on. Of course.
Yeah, and so maybe the percentage of new stuff will probably go down. I don't think they have that much shit.
If they save a couple bust outs for each show or each weekend or as it gets later, and you know what I mean? You never know. Like there could be stuff in there that comes out later that they've just been holding on to and haven't done in 3 or 4 weeks and will do later and things like that. So I think it'll still be unique enough that, like any show of tour, like you're still going to get repeats.
I don't know how they aren't going to, didn't plan on doing a Dark Star every weekend in the Sphere, though. I think everybody who goes for the weekend and sees 3 shows deserves a Dark Star in the Sphere.
No, that's like saying every 3rd show should have a Dark Star. You're not going to get that.
You should have a Dark Star every 3rd show.
No, that's insane.
Who cares?
That's going in your bad takes. That goes right on Discord and Kev's bad takes.
Yeah.
It's the Holy Grail. It's the Holy Grail. Come on.
I think for my limited exposure to it, what seemed to be some of the highlights for me, I loved the way they opened up in the beginning, because that was weird. Like coming out and you thought you could see through it. I don't know. I'm still not 100% sure they do it. I guess they were projecting what was actually on the screen, so that way they could open it. That was fucking badass. I thought the venue with Red Rocks looked really.
That was going through Barton Hall to Red Rocks was crazy. But I will say that was the one thing that shocked me about the Sphere was I thought like there was like a coating or like a cover around it that everything was projected on and through, but it's not. It's like that scaffolding. It looks like how the inside looked on the outside. So when you see that stuff projected on it, it's not a solid sphere. It's like it's open. It's not
right
open,
with LEDs.
It's like you can see through it and stuff. And I thought that was so like not what I was expecting to see it as. So when you saw that on the inside, I was like, whoa, that's really trippy that they like are showing it inside without sort of the solid color over it like Phish did. So
yeah, it's pretty crazy.
More Dark Star.
I thought the dancing skeleton was too much. And I know it like leans into like the history and stuff.
Oh,
and, like,
man.
But
and then they had him on the bicycle, and the headlight came right at you. That was cool.
Right, and then the bike going around the...
Like that just made me think of Hell in a Bucket type thing right there. Like so that imagery, right?
I guess. All right, Kev, you ready?
I am ready.
All right, now it is time for the Neil Young Minute.
Yes, Neil Young is cashing in on the Crazy Horse tour by releasing a 6-song album, he's calling it. It's an EP of some of the earliest recordings with Crazy Horse, and it's going to have Come On Baby, Let's Go Downtown, a version of Helpless with Crazy Horse, and an early Down by the River, plus a couple others. I'm interested to hear it. I want to hear what Helpless sounds like with them, because apparently he tried it with them first and then took it to Crosby, Stills and Nash and Young after.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the Neil Young Minute.
I will say that his tour sounds like he's killing it. Like it's everybody that's seen it, all the reviews are extremely positive and awesome. And I mean, I think that's fantastic. Like very cool. So, and if you've seen him or are going to see him, let us know what you thought of it too. Like I'd love hearing how he sounds and how it's going. So very cool.
Yeah, one of the Dune Farmer in the Discord was saying that he's seeing him tonight at Pine Knob. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Right on.
Nice.
I got to look at that tour. Is he coming through Philly at all? Kev, do you know?
I do not know. I think you missed that. He played Virginia the other night and then played Jersey.
Now he's going out west. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. I got to save up. Got a lot of music at the end of this summer. I'm really getting really excited for Monday Green. We're less than 100 days now, like 90 days or something.
Is that where we are? Under 100?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
What? All right, that's all we had on the set list. So who wants to throw in a wild card? I know Kev was dying to talk about his other topics.
Well, there's this movie. Did you guys see this movie called Fire on the Mountain? That's a guy named Chris Benchler from TGR, and he got together with Bill Walton and David Lemieux, and basically it's film footage of snowboarders, skiers, surfers set to Grateful Dead music. It's about 25 minutes long. Pretty cool to look at. You know, they do New Speedway Boogie and have people going down the mountain skiing kind of thing.
Yeah, I had seen a thing about that a while ago, and then it kind of disappeared, and I never had heard about it again. So it's interesting that you bring that up now, because yeah, it looked pretty cool at that time, and I was like, whoa, what a cool little combination of things to put together for that, and
bringing Bill Walton. And Bill Walton's cool because he only talks in between the songs, and basically he's like riffing off of a Grateful Dead lyric, some positive affirmation kind of thing about sports.
It's like taking like Warren Miller movies to kind of that next level of like putting the Dead music to it. Cause like, I mean, every year growing up in Colorado, every year, like there was a Warren Miller movie that premiered downtown, and like we'd always go, and like all the ski people were there and snowboard people were there, and it was always fun. And, you know, he always narrated jackassery to it. And stuff.
If you did a Phish one, what songs would you play for background for sports?
That would be fun. That would really be fun, actually. And there's a lot. I mean, I would definitely do like a Mike's Hydrogen Pog on there for sure, because it's very,
of course you would.
Apropos, but it's very apropos for it. I feel like it would work very well. Like it would go very well with the sequences and everything, I think. But there's a lot you could do. That'd be a lot of fun.
Wait, Kev, why did you bring this up? I'm just looking at this now. This is a 4-year-old movie. I mean, it's fine. Like, it's cool, but I'm
because
why did it pop up in your brain? Like,
it came across my radar. Somebody tweeted about it 2 days ago. I was like, that's neat.
That's what I was saying.
So much extra work we have to do with Kev's ideas. It's like, I don't know if it's like a new article, an old thing. I don't know.
What does it matter how old it is? Obviously, it hasn't reached a wider audience if I haven't seen it.
It has over 1 million views, Kev. And we're fucking on YouTube talking to people. They want to know the latest. They're like, oh my God, where do you guys hear this new album? There's this song, Sigma Oasis and Leaves. Oh God, this is such a good single. Like, I mean, it's fine. Like, it's cool, but like, at least give some warning. Be like, hey, I found this super old video.
I didn't look at the date. I did not look at the date.
It's only
So
4 years.
You got?
I wouldn't say
What do you got?
old. Team Kev.
I think this is what makes you so lovable.
Right. Well, I got another one, and I know that it's current because it was on Good Morning America.
Okay, go for it.
Dolly Parton said a couple years ago she was no longer touring, and she's going to kind of tour now. She's good. They're going to do a symphonic thing with her songs, have live people singing, guest vocalists singing, and she's going to join via video and tell stories about the songs. So she doesn't actually have to physically tour, but people can still come and see her live.
Kev, even reading that article, is she going to be like virtual every night, or is it a pre-recorded virtual thing that she's doing?
I would pre-record that shit. They're not going to know the difference.
Well, that's
pre-recorded and put a live stamp on it. Nobody would fucking know.
It didn't really make it clear in the article. It just said she would be leading the audience through songs, and so you kind of.
I took it as that she would be there every night because she would be playing. She would have access to what the audience was doing, so she would probably vamp off of them, you know.
That's what I thought, but like, where is she at? Just like at home in her own little studio,
home in her den, fucking in her jammies, chilling by the
teleporting
fire.
In for that. Hey, that's pretty cool. I mean,
she is like, almost 80 years old, and she earned that. Like, fuck.
Oh yeah,
I feel like if somebody younger did that, I'd be like, fucking go on tour, you lazy ass. But like, somebody like her, like, she earned that. Like, good for you.
Oh yeah,
fucking
I have no problem at all with her doing it. I think it's really cool though if she's going to do it virtually every night and it's not a pre-recorded deal with her.
She should do like we do and pre-record the shows and pretend to be live.
Right, exactly.
Everybody thinks we're live right now, but
this was recorded. This was recorded last Tuesday.
Right,
and so it's going to be March 20th next year in Nashville with the Nashville Symphony, and then it said it will tour orchestras globally.
Wait, is it a year away?
Yeah. So we went from 4 years ago to now a year away.
Year from now.
Kev's timeline.
Oh god, I love it.
That's good, Kev. I'm going to bring up something a little bit more recent and something that you also had a bad take on and told me it would never happen. But Soul Live is reuniting and doing a series of shows in Brooklyn at the Blue Note. I don't know if it's in Brooklyn, but it's in New York at the Blue Note. And it's May 30th and then June 2nd and June 6th through 9th. So if you are around, man, I'm so jealous. I would kill to go out there and see them. I wish they would come out here. I love Soul Live so much. Like, it's so fucking awesome that they're reuniting.
I can only go by what Alan Evans told me, and he said he wasn't playing drums anymore.
Hey, they talked him into it, apparently. Like, they got him to come back. Or maybe he's not going to play drums and do something else and they'll have a new drummer, but it's the three of them in the picture. And Krasno
Krasno has to be the hardest working musician in the world. That guy fucking tours and tours and tours and just
plays with like 10 different bands and plays everywhere.
I've seen him on so many, like, by chance, like I just go to a jam concert and it's like, oh hey, Krasno's here. He's sitting in. He's fucking like he's just, and then like the next day he's in like the other side of the country fucking
That's what I was just gonna say. Is like he'll be in LA for like 4 nights or something, and then all of a sudden he's back in New York doing it. I'm like, wait, wasn't he just here the other night? Like, it's crazy. That guy does a lot. But Soul Live is so much fun. I haven't seen them in like since New Orleans, since Jazz Fest days.
When did they stop playing?
Oh, it was
2005.
Yeah, it was years. It was a while ago. But man, they used to be a staple at Jazz Fest. Late night shows, riverboat shows. God, it was so much fun.
They have an album called Rubber Soul Live or something like that.
Yeah, and like Beatles tunes and like
they do the whole Rubber Soul album. Yeah, which was such a. Of all the albums, why are you that one's like the pre-Revolver when they first were let's smoke a little grass instead of let's eat a bunch.
I mean, they used to have Toussaint as a lead singer too for a while who sang with them, and like that's when I really first got into them. And then he kind of went to the wayside and they went back to just sort of being this like pure jam awesome band, and then they kind of just fizzled out and disappeared, which I was so sad. No, to your point, Krasno just fucking took off and does all this crazy shit, and I was like,
never stopped. He just
never stopped.
Do you remember a band called Moon Boot Lover?
No.
Moon Boot Lover is where Alan and his brother got their start, and which is funny because he also told me that the guy who was the main guy in that band.
You learned about this on the Imposter Cast.
I did learn about
all that
this
ham.
on the Imposter Cast. Yes. Anyway, so
I'm doing that awkward thing where you listen to music that nobody else can hear.
Who was the lead singer for that?
Man, his name's Prince. Something Prince.
Some guy named Prince. You wouldn't know him.
Dude,
artist.
So wait, was it a three-piece just like Soul Live, or did they have a bigger band? It was
it was the three-piece. Yep.
Nice. Those two guys, man, that was just like the perfect combo. Those two guys and Krasno, they were fucking awesome. So awesome.
Right. Alan was a kid at the time.
I'm
when
sure
he was in that band.
Sure.
Peter Prince is the guy's name.
Peter Prince. P.P. Cox.
P.P. Cox.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, if you're in New York, go see. Let me know how it is at the Blue Note. I'm very jealous if you go, but I'd love
to
hear
that?
How it is. What?
When is that?
It's May 30th, June 2nd, and then June 6th through the 9th.
2 shows a night.
2 shows a night.
8 and 11.
It's gonna be hard to pull. If it were like a couple weeks later, I think I could swing it. That's gonna be tough.
That'd be so much fun. I hope they stream it, or I hope there's a way to listen to it, because
they didn't last. They did it 2 years ago. They did it a couple years ago, and they didn't stream it.
But if there's any tapers out there, go. Maybe you can tape it, or hey,
you can stream from there, because remember when Bobby played there and they streamed it?
Yeah, stream it, Mixler.
1 and 7, Soul Live 1 and 7.
Nice.
It's really good.
It's damn good.
It's damn good. Yeah, it's really good.
It's
damn I'll turn that off so I could focus. Monday Green. We're gonna do so we're still figuring shit out, but we got some like tent poles, right? Like staple things that we're gonna do. We're gonna be there. All three of us are gonna be there. I don't know if Llama's gonna be there or not. And we are going to recap the shows. When exactly we get to it is going to depend on a lot of variables and how hard we go. It might be sometime that night after the shows. It might be the next morning. But we will be broadcasting from Monday Green, redoing the After Phish after show.
We're all going to sit next to each other.
We might be making wook plus beignets too as a little treat for people, giving them away out there.
Right. I was thinking about bringing a couple cases of Old English and seeing if I could get anybody to get drinking
beignets
some
and oldie.
I was gonna make tie-dyes, so come to Wook Plus 10 for tie-dyes, Old English, and beignets.
I would love, though. I am so into the Phish karaoke idea.
I hate that idea.
God,
I mean, I'm gonna support you in that endeavor, but I'm gonna be a little bit like, fuck this idea the whole time.
Well, I'm gonna make you sing. You're gonna have to get up and do Lawn Boy or something.
Karaoke so much like that. That will make me get a hotel room right away. If you guys are
you're getting a hotel room. We already know you are. Unless we can pull off the RV. You're getting a hotel room. I feel like
that guy Mike's Groovin, who posted in the Discord.
He has an extra room. You should
the extra hotels. I was like, this is very intriguing. You have my attention all of a sudden. I may do that.
I kind of want to go down and dirty because I didn't get the early the mid 90s like Clifford Ball and all that. So I'm like, I'll go GA, hold down the fort with the Wook Plus.
This is the final hurrah.
Going to be. You go to the hotel and then just come hang out with us during the day and shit.
I'm plugging it, but I may actually be calling you to.
He's not plugging it, Mike.
I may be using it. I really went to bed last night. That was the last thing I read before I went to sleep, and I was like, how can I do this? Might be what I'm going to do. But then I know as soon as I do that, we'll get off the waiting list and get our Glenn Close shit, and I'll be like, well, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I think we still hold out, right? There's still enough time that we hold out for a little bit. But the backup plan will be that we rock. Kevin, I guess, will be rocking GA.
I tell you what, I see micro celebrities out there though looking for spots in Glenn Close RV. So
we don't have an RV. We just need.
I don't want to fucking deal with that shit.
Unless we can get a yurt. If we can still get a yurt, I'd be all down for getting a yurt.
I'd be a yurt. You want to share a yurt? Be all romantic about it. We'll eat beignets in our yurt.
Oh, yeah, see, that'd be perfect for cooking beignets. That would be so much fun. I would do that.
Beignets in the yurt. The fucking the next day, it's like wook plus burnt down their yurt.
The oil splattered on some shit.
Everybody's gonna be like, we looked for you at Monday Room, we couldn't find you. It'd be like, we were the yurt people.
We were the big fire that you saw.
Yeah, do you see that huge smoke signal? That was our beignet fire. Oh yeah, I smelt that. It was great. Kev, what's your go-to karaoke song for Phish? Like, what are you going to be singing?
For Phish?
Yeah, well, you said Phish karaoke.
Yeah, I know. I thought you were just going to ask me another random question.
All right, what's your random karaoke song?
If I was going to do karaoke at a bar, I would pull up "Tell It Like It Is" by Aaron Neville because I can murder that one.
Okay. And Phish.
But as for a Phish song, I'd probably try something like "Brother."
Really?
Okay.
That's an odd choice.
Why not? It's easy. I can remember the lyrics.
Yeah, I wouldn't even have to easy. That's like, why don't we do it in the road? Like that's the easiest karaoke song you could pick, right? Like that'd be my go-to.
David Bowie. David Bowie would be a great one to do.
Basically, that's the funny part about Phish karaoke is like you do Divided Sky or David Bowie.
Slave.
Slave. Antelope. I used to do back in like years and years. I would do Kansas. Carry On My Wayward Son was like fucking would rock that. I would just hit it and nail it. I don't know. Phish, I'd probably go like
I'd do Evolve just to piss you guys off.
First game. Yeah. That would really be frustrating. Headline.
Definitely do. Somebody's got to do some Mike songs, like pull out a mall or a
mock song.
555.
I'm gonna memorize mock song just to fuck with everybody and just nail it.
Right.
Maybe you'll get the golden ticket.
I wanted to see somebody do Mule.
I have no idea what to do at Monday Green now. Now I'm thinking yurts and all sorts of other shit, RVs. I mean, honestly, the easiest thing would be the GA. Like, I feel like that's like a good backup plan, but
I mean, that's easy, but I just can't. Honestly, by day 2, I'm going to be like, no,
I know by day 2, I'm going to be fucking begging you to let me go back to your hotel for an hour or two.
Like, by day 4,
give me like a half hour. I'm just going to rinse off. I'll get out of your hair. It's fine.
Oh, you got a bed? Oh man, let me just lay down on that bed for a minute.
I don't care about that. I'm not, dude, let's be honest. I'm not sleeping during Monday Green. I'm going through. I just want to cool off and shower and not smell,
Can I just sit in your air conditioning shitter for about 3 hours, please?
I just don't want to poop in the heat, man. I do like the idea of being in GA though. Like, I don't know. We'll see. We got time. We'll be there though. One way or another. I feel like it's gonna be 3 days until Monday. I'm like, we got time. We'll figure it out. Whatever.
If nothing else, we'll be sleeping at Kev's driving in every day. So
I don't live that far.
Exactly. We'll just have after parties at Kev's. We can broadcast the shows on his shitty internet every night, and like we'd
all just be like, hey, welcome.
We can all sit next to each other on the couch and pass the mic back and forth.
Kev, if we have a better connection at Monday Green than you do at your house, we have to figure out how to get you some better setup.
Fine tonight. I've been all
right. It has
tonight.
been. I think. Well, it's been pretty good.
If we end up doing that, I will just pay for Kev to get better internet for like the month, and we can just come out and do it just for those specific 4 days.
The problem is they have a bad hub in Capitol Heights, Maryland. It's Comcast.
Not the problem. The problem is.
I'll also bring my iMac so we have a good computer.
I was gonna say the problem is your computer runs on a steam engine. And it's fucking dial up.
Actually, I have to pedal. I pedal the whole time I'm doing this.
A hamster wheel.
Your RAM is measured in kilobytes. That's the problem.
Faster.
All right, everybody. Like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments if you're watching this afterwards what you thought about all these topics.
Join us tomorrow morning or tomorrow
Join
afternoon.
us for Panels and Frames. It's gonna be a fun fucking time.
Morning on the West.
And then
one week we're gonna go from live all the way to Panels and Frames.
Yes. That will be awesome. We'll do an all-nighter.
Let's go. Let's bring up another set list. No, I don't have anything. That would have been awesome.
We will do that one night. That'll be fun. We'll all get a bunch of cocaine and we'll just stay up all night.
We won't tell you. We aren't going to tell you when either.
I know you're worried about sleeping at Monday Green. Please.
It's just the time between shows that worries me, like out in the heat during the day after being exhausted.
Yeah, there are times and there are times.
Yeah, no, I know.
Dying.
Father Chris, Panels in Frame is at 1 o'clock Eastern, 1 in the afternoon.
12 Central.
12 Central. So noon
12
for you.
Central, 11 Mountain.
But the good news is it replays all the time on YouTube. Anytime
Right,
you want.
24/7, really.
live.
Anytime
But wait
you
till
want.
wait till you see how cool the setup looks. It is
Oh, it
dope.
looks sick.
Just tune in for that. It's cool.
Hey,